Alright, here we go. Okay. Yo, my damn pole? Really? Oh. What? See, this is what I'm talking about. You have to revote. Okay. So this is the segment that I call the Impact of a Legend. Like I said, I did this yesterday, but basically I'm going to do it again because I didn't archive it and most of you guys didn't see it. So basically, the Impact of a Legend, this one here is for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. As you guys can see, pictures will be up of the guy I am talking about. Basically, I want to, Dusty Rhodes, his real name was Virgil Dustin Reynolds Jr., okay? He wasn't only a legend of professional wrestling, he was also a brilliant writer, if you will, for professional wrestling also. One hell of a booker. Okay, he really was the hardest working man in wrestling. Okay, all the way up to his death, this guy really put in a lot of work as the hard-working common man. That wasn't a gimmick; that was who he was. He really loved the business, man. Like, there's a lot of guys, a lot of wrestlers out there that you can say, they like the business, they love the business. No. Dusty lived the business. Dusty did everything for the business. So much so, he was a 3-time NWA heavyweight champion. He was a former U.S. champion in multi-TV and tag team champion. And believe this, he was also a 6-man tag team champion. Whatever that is. That is what he was. He beat Harley Race twice and Ric Flair once for the NWA titles. Okay. Early in his career, he started off as a heel. He teamed up with Dick Murdoch to have form a tag team called the Texas Outlaws from the AWA. They were a very formidable tag team back in the AWA days. If you don't believe me, YouTube them. Those guys were. See, the thing about Dusty is, guys, is he didn't need them 24-inch pythons and the big old, body to prove that, hey, listen, I am who I am. This is what I do. I'm a fat guy. I can hit you with that elbow. Draw from the fans, okay? He was able to do it the old school way, where selling, okay? He was probably the best seller in the game, okay? Even for times guys now, Dusty was the best seller. We all know about his promos. I don't really need to go as far as his promos, but Dusty would come with some of the best promos to this day. No one is as good as Dusty, okay? I know you have your Rocks, your Stone Colds, but listen, bro. Sometimes you don't need to go all out and go, give me a hell yeah, and you smell what the Rock is cooking and blah, blah, blah. No, Dusty was just smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what made Dusty special, is not too many catchphrases, but he was smooth with what he was saying. He made you think like, yeah, this guy here, man, you get into some Dusty Rhodes. Jiggling his little self in the ring, his little belly flopping around. Hey, that was Dusty Rhodes, man. To the point where Ric Flair couldn't even mess with him at one point on cutting promos. Dusty worked for Jim Crockett Promotions from 85 to 89 as a booker. He came up with pay-per-views, the names like War Games. He came up with those. He came up with Battle Brawl. He came up with Lethal Lottery. Those pay-per-views were created by the American Dream Dusty Rhodes as a booker. Then he did some work with the WWF/WWE, okay, from 89 to 91. That's where he came out with the Common Man gimmick, with the Common Man, and all that, with the, how he looks over here on this right here. That was the Common Man. That's how he came out. We all remember him. That's how most of you guys remember him as, with the polka dots and looking all kinds of crazy. So he stayed with the WWF until his son Dustin debuted, okay, and who later became Goldust. So and then he decided, you know what, I want to go where he wanted to go where his heart was. You know what I'm saying? And his heart belonged to WCW. Okay, back in those days, he came in as a manager to Ron Simmons. Now, if you guys don't remember Ron Simmons, I know most of you do, but if you don't, you know, he was in the APA with Bradshaw. Damn, you know that guy. You can check. You know, he came in as his manager, and Ron Simmons actually won the WCW title. First black man to win the WCW title, okay, in WCW. Then he joined the broadcasting team for WCW Saturday Night and for some pay-per-views. Dusty, you know, and this is the thing too. Now, the thing about Dusty is when he's doing that, you know, he also did a lot of things behind the scenes. Like I said, booking. He helped shape Booker T's career. Okay, he did a lot of things for Booker T. Booker T will tell you that. He helped a lot of these WCW guys that are stars now. He helped their careers along. And then one night he comes out on a WCW pay-per-view. It was called Sold Out. And he's out there, and Larry Zbyszko, and this and that, and all of a sudden, you know, the unthinkable happens. You know, he hits Larry Zbyszko with the elbow. Bam! Bionic elbow. Bam! Like, you're like, what the hell? And next thing you know, rips his shirt off. NWO going across his chest. Listen, that's what Dusty, that's what he did to you. Okay? He threw wrenches into your thinking. Like, you're like, you never thought Dusty Rhodes would join the NWO. Like, who? Come on, the American Dream? What did he do? He threw a monkey wrench into your thoughts. You're like, whoa. So yeah, he joined the NWO for a little while, did his thing there, you know, and then you know, he's done so much with his career. I don't have all the time to, you know, to go into detail on everything, but he worked with, you know, TNA. He did a lot of stuff for TNA, a lot of independent circuits. He did a lot for all them guys. Like, I'm talking low circuits, man. I'm talking gymnasium type stuff. He worked with people like that. Dusty, you know, that's what I mean when I say he loved the business. He put his stamp on it, man. He worked with the lowest to the highest guys in the business. And this is the thing too, you know, he was the head writer and booker for NXT. Again, the time of his passing, okay, he was the head writer, head booker, if you will. He helped shape the career of Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose, okay? And most of these guys coming out. So, you know, a little bit time before his death, the good old American Dream was diagnosed with stomach cancer, okay? Which made him lose a lot of weight. He started, you know, just losing energy. You know, he had to take a lot of time off from the NXT situation. And then June 10th, 2015, our favorite common man, he passed away after having a fall. Okay, he fell, never recovered. You know, his body's took a lot of damage throughout the years. Basically dehydrated, his organs shut down, and he passed away. But Dusty, you know, the one thing I'll say about Dusty is you were the common man, but your legend was far from common. You will always be greatly missed. From all the wrestling fans that love you, man, R.I.P. Dusty Rhodes. And God bless you, and God bless your career. And that, my people, was the Dusty Rhodes Impact of a Legend tribute.